What's happening, y'all? This is Smacking It Raw, episode 52. I'm your host, Sir Cussalott, Travis Pointer, and joined as always by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello there.
How you doing tonight, Mara?
I'm doing pretty good. My vision is not working right now.
Your vision is not working.
It is not, or it's getting worse.
You just stopped being able to see?
I can see, but I don't know if I normally don't have to squint at my computer this hard. I feel like I'm squinting OD hard right now.
Well, normally you're wearing glasses, so...
My glasses are uncomfortable with these headphones.
Well, that's why you can't see your computer screen.
But have I been wearing glasses the last couple of weeks?
I don't remember.
Me neither. I feel like I haven't been.
You don't know that for sure, though.
I don't. I can't trust myself. I can't trust my own memory right now.
Shame. Anyway.
I don't need to see to do this, so we're fine. I said I don't need to see to do this podcast. So
yes, you do. You have to see my beautiful face as we make this show. All right.
Okay.
Exactly. Now tell me how beautiful I am.
You're amazing. You're enchanting.
Anyway, if you all are new around here, we're here to talk about the Arrowverse, Flareoverse. What do you call it, Mara?
The clusterfuck.
Yeah. That's Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and Black Lightning. Come at you every week with this. So without further ado, let's get started. Where do you want to kick it off, Mara?
Let's start with the Flash, because we haven't talked about the Flash in so long, and I guess I'm just itching to talk about the Flash.
Okay, we'll start with the Flash then. This episode was called Null and Annoyed. And this was the episode directed by Kevin Smith that I've been waiting on.
Yes.
And not only that, we got ourselves a Jay and Silent Bob cameo in this one, which I did enjoy. You know, the two security guards.
Or whatever they were. I was like, oh my God, it's Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah. At that point, I was just like, this episode can do no wrong. They gave me a Jay and Silent Bob cameo. I literally don't care what else they do in this show. It is now my favorite episode of the year.
In the first 5 minutes, you got Jay and Silent Bob. There's nothing.
Yeah. What else? There's nowhere to go from there but down. Just.
It kind of did. I wasn't really too thrilled by this episode.
Yeah. That's because they started off on such a high note by giving us Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, I guess so.
They actually, it wasn't even just, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. They actually, were Jay and Silent Bob. The backwards hat and everything. Kevin
Silence.
Smith didn't talk. Yeah, exactly. Only thing that was missing was, Jay's real bad potty mouth. But it's on the CW, so,
What can you do?
Exactly. But this episode kicks off with Barry and Dibney doing some training, and they got this plan to make, for Dibney to make himself look like Barry, to try to confuse DeVoe and all that kind of shit, which didn't really sound like a very sound plan, but I was like, okay.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Of course, Dibney's not very good at following directions because he's Dibney.
It's part of the reason he gets annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, null and annoyed.
Okay.
Let's see what else. Oh, so Wells is also in the middle of looking for the last two bus metas. And
I feel like that's low key driving him insane.
Yeah, probably. Because you saw him going into that little thing in the room at the end to talk to Gideon. And I'm just like,
yeah.
The fuck's going on, dude? What are you doing?
Word. And it kind of almost low-key reminded me back to like when Thawne was Wells and all that stuff.
In season one, yeah, when he go in there like, hey, show me the future. Like, oh shit.
Especially when she said it had been X amount of days since she had spoken to him.
Yeah, as it had. It had been since, Thawne had gone in there to talk to him as well. So, to her, I guess, not him.
Yeah, something like that.
hmm So, I guess you could say the villain in this episode is this meta that makes shit float. Because, okay. I guess. My thing is, all right, well, then just don't let her touch you and you're good. Problem
But she
was,
could also touch the ground, and she could also like
well,
make
yeah.
things move. But either way,
Yeah,
I really wasn't as thrilled with her.
me neither. It was, the villain itself, herself was just more of just, I guess you can call her a filler villain because it wasn't really about her. It was about the other stuff that was happening. She was just kind of there. Um, there's this whole thing where they like made us think like the dark matter is like fucking up DeVoe's body, so he only has like a week before he can, that he can stay in that body. Turns out that's not actually true. I guess like he's just manipulating his wife.
I feel so bad there. Like I'm kind of just like one part of me, like for the past couple of weeks, well, the past couple of episodes, I can't even say weeks. It was gone for like a month. Was kind of just like, because you could see it like in her, she was kind of like this plan has completely like changed from where it started. And I'm kind of just like, girl, why don't you just go to the supermarket and just not come back? Dads do it all the time with cigarettes.
They used to do that. They can't do that no more. There's no way to get away with that now. They used
Oh well, yeah.
They used to.
See what I'm saying though,
Yeah, I
right?
know what you mean. I get your point. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
But then like at the same time, like Thawne's able to just go anywhere. I mean, not Thawne. The fuck? What is his name?
What is whose name?
Her husband.
DeVoe?
DeVoe, thank you. DeVoe can kind of just get anywhere.
Oh man, you forgot the name of the villain and shit. Just
It happens.
I need
It
you to
happens.
get together. Did you do some research and figure out how car notes work?
How what?
How a car note works?
Isn't it pretty much financing?
Yeah, it's basically a loan, and then it's how you pay for cars a lot of the time, unless you pay cash up front.
Well, I don't live in that kind of lifestyle, so.
Well, yeah, you live up in New York where nobody drives, but somehow there's cars everywhere.
Touche. Touche. You can have that one.
Like, I haven't been there, but like all I know is that there's always traffic, yet everybody I know who lives in New York doesn't have a car. Like,
You mean like the city, right? Not just like.
look, if I included every little town on the outskirts of the city, of course I'm sure I can name a person or two who has a car, but I'm talking about the people who actually live in the city.
Oh, well then yes. None of us in the city will have a car. I want a car.
So you like sitting in traffic? Because it seems like that's all you'd be doing if you had a car.
No, but sometimes, like when I want to go places in the evening when there's no traffic, I'd like to be able.
So there is a time when there's no traffic.
Oh yeah, it's not like LA when there's always traffic.
How do you know LA is like that?
Because a lot of people I hear go to LA and all they do is complain about fucking traffic.
I hear the same thing about New York, though.
Yeah, but I know for certain that there are times when there is no traffic.
I don't know.
I don't know for certain that there's a time when LA does not have.
I'd like to know what your definition of no traffic is, though.
Like, I'm not slowing down. Like, I don't have to stop and sit going, like, that little bump where you're going like 5 miles an hour for like half an hour. I don't have to do that. That's what no traffic means
So you still do have cars out there and in the way. You're just not to the point where
Oh yeah,
it's really a problem. See, this is why I like where I'm at right now because there are
I can
times when I
I
can
can
jump
bob
on
it.
the highway and there are no cars out there. It is fucking amazing. Like I can get downtown in a matter of like 10 minutes because there's nobody out there, and it's like ha. Like on a Sunday morning, if I wanted to go downtown, I could just hop on the interstate, be like, ha, there is nobody here. I can go 80 the whole way and nobody's in my way.
Look, I've been to Texas before, and I remember driving around with my grandmother. That shit's creepy when there's absolutely no one on the road.
That's only creepy because you're used to being surrounded by like chaos and noise all the time. So
Wait, wait, wait,
when I first
wait.
moved away from Chicago, it was weird to me too. And then it was like, huh. I realized it just means that people aren't in my way anymore.
No, no, no. First time I went to Texas,
What part of
I
Texas were you in
experienced.
though?
I was in Fort Worth,
Oh,
and
well, you weren't even in a real city. That doesn't count.
it was chaos because it was like this crazy ass storm going around. I we got stopped up at this train crossing, and like the things were down, but yet you didn't see a train yet, and like people were getting impatient, and people started driving around the down things. That is chaos,
Let me
and
tell you
I was
about.
terrified. I was about to see someone get rammed into by a train in the middle of a lightning and thunderstorm.
Let
I
me
told
tell
my
you
grandma,
something.
turn around, I'm not hungry.
Let me tell you something I've learned about Texans. All right. In the time that I've been here, I've realized they truly don't give a fuck. And
Clearly.
the problem is, in the process of them not giving a fuck, sometimes people die. And it just is what it is. In the process of these Texans not giving a fuck, they get themselves killed.
Nah, that's not okay.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not condoning it in any sense. I'm just acknowledging that that's what it is, and so I keep an eye out at all times for the random Texan who doesn't give a fuck and is lifted Dodge Ram Dually 3500 giant monster truck tires and shit that's just always in the way, but somehow speeds down the highway at 90 miles per hour like he's driving a Corvette. Like, I'm just, I'm aware of these things and I'm ready for them.
I'm not. I was not prepared at 17 years old to maybe see someone die.
Yeah, I mean, it is
16,
what it is.
17, depending on which year
Anyway,
this
we got
was.
sidetracked. What were we talking about?
DeVoe being able to travel anywhere somehow led to cars.
That's weird. I blame you for that. Um, let's see. So yeah, a little, the new meta is like stealing jewels and shit.
She's a girl and she likes her diamonds.
Yeah, I guess, but she was selling the shit though, so it's just.
She likes her diamonds, but she also likes her money.
Oh, Gypsy's dad though, like, his power is like just not working no more because, I guess when you get old and you make portals and shit, you just like get old and can't make portals no more.
Yeah, I never saw that being a thing, and I feel like that low-key kind of upset Cisco.
Yeah, knowing that at some point he's gonna get too old to use his powers, yeah, I'm sure that bothers him. And I'm sure he's gonna spend the rest of his life finding a way to make that not happen to him.
Yeah, it happens to everyone.
This also led to, her dad telling him like, yo, you should join the Breachers. Like, you want a job, you can take my spot. And you can be with Gypsy all the time. And he's like, oh shit. He didn't give him an answer, but I'm like, I kind of get the feeling that he might take the job.
But then what does that mean for his role in Team Flash?
Who knows?
I mean, we've got all the renewal news, but we haven't got any. The fuck am I thinking of?
Casting.
Yes, thank you.
You all right? Like, are you the one over there drinking right now? Like, what's going on?
No, I'm fine.
Did you smoke today? What's up with you? What's going
No,
on?
I don't do that. Um, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
It's been a really long but short day. I don't
It's
know
been
how to
a
explain.
really long but short day.
Because I had like a short day at work, but then like I've just been up and ongoing since like this morning.
What do you mean work? You mean you do something other than this? How dare you?
But so do you.
You can't prove that. Let's see.
Show us your tax returns.
Nope. If Trump ain't got to show him, I don't either. Let's see. So there was this whole thing between Barry and Dibney about, Barry wanted him to follow his plan. Dibney always wants to improvise and shit and making jokes and shit. Basically coming to the conclusion that Barry has to let Dibney be Dibney, and alas, it worked out because they let him do his thing.
But I mean, as annoying as sometimes Divney gets, sometimes improvising is not the worst thing someone could do.
No, it's not the worst thing. Might not be the best thing either, but yeah, it might not. It's not necessarily the worst thing.
It's kind of just more or less Divney has to take the steps to realize place and time. Is this a
Exactly.
place for improvisation, or is this is a situation that calls for some preparation? Excuse me.
I concur.
Exactly.
All right. So, was there anything else with the Flash that you wanted to make sure we talked about?
No, I just wanted to get it out of the way because we hadn't spoken about the Flash in a while.
Okay. Well, where do you want to go next?
Do you want to talk about Black Lightning?
Sure. So, yeah. And that's it for Black Lightning. Next, no. No, fucking with you. So the boyfriend's back.
Of course.
And somehow, well, not somehow, they explained that, like, the treatment, I guess, made him grow dreads and shit. But he got dreads now.
So weird. So weird.
Yeah, we just like that's really random. Like, why did you all think that was necessary? Like, that was an interesting choice. And that wig was also a very interesting choice.
They never said they were good at this.
Yeah, I guess not. So yeah, this episode kicks off. Tobias is still pissed, because his sister's dead.
I mean, National Sibling Day just passed, so he was not able to post anything on Instagram or
Well, he can still post a throwback pic,
Do you think they really have that many throwback pics?
They got at least one. Like
even any that are happy?
Even if it's from when they were like little kids before, like, life happened. Yeah. So yeah, we talk about the boyfriend's back. He's up and walking. Jennifer's boyfriend, boo thing, dude that got shot.
Can I just say one thing?
Got
about
shot
the
in the chest and
Black
somehow
Lightning?
fucked up his back. What?
Can I just say one thing about the beginning of Black Lightning? Like when we see Tobias, like, coming out of whatever that shit was on his bed, I feel like this dude wears a faja.
A what?
A waist cincher.
Like a girdle?
Yeah.
Or like what's the little waist trainer thing
Yes, a waist trainer. Thank you.
thing that chicks be wearing like while they work out, which is weird to me, but okay.
Yeah. The way like his body was not hourglassing, but like the way it dipped in a little bit, I was like, this dude wears a waist trainer.
How you know he ain't just got curves like that, man? Why are you trying to like body shame him right now?
I'm not body shaming anyone. There's nothing wrong with wearing a waist trainer. I used to wear a waist trainer all the time.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because it was fun. and it sucked in a lot of gut.
Because it was fun. That is one thing I've never heard associated with a waist trainer, is it being fun. Yeah.
But
You're weird, but go ahead.
it wasn't like I'm not bashing him. It was just something that just like when I saw him standing there in the mirror, it was literally the first thing I thought of. I was like, he wears a waist trainer, or he's worn one at some point.
Listen, he got curves, all right?
Okay. He got waist trainer curves.
Look, it doesn't matter how you find the pot of gold as long as you catch the leprechaun, all right?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, that was a Stewie Griffin quote for you all out there.
But we can continue. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest.
I don't know, man. I'm still hung up on the boyfriend having dreads.
No one said this episode was going to be great.
I'm just confused. Like, why do you have dreads now?
Because to give up to more of his persona, he's like, I need this wig.
I guess, man. Why didn't they give him like a huge afro?
Someone said he showed up wearing the worst dreadlocks in TV history.
They were pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I don't know if they were the worst. I'm sure if I really dug deep, I could find some worse ones. But they were pretty bad. It's just, bruh. But yeah, he's back. He's extra shitty because, you know.
He's a shitty person.
Yeah.
Needs to get that in check. He kind of reminds me of Nathan from One Tree Hill in season 5, when you found out in the season opener that he was actually in a wheelchair because he was paralyzed from the waist down because of a stupid mistake he made, or a stupid drunk mistake he made, and then fucking he was just bitter about it for like months on end. But he finally got his act together. Sorry, I've been watching or rewatching One Tree Hill on Hulu for a while now.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
Listen.
It's one of the OG WB CW shows.
Listen, I started judging you years ago, so it's there's no going back now.
Just judge a little less, like.
No, I will not judge you less. I will judge you appropriately.
Whatever.
Anyways, what else happened in this episode? Oh. So, something happened in this episode that I've been waiting for this entire season.
Talk to me.
Jeff finally got the cookie.
I figured that's what you were going to talk about.
Like, it's been like all season. It's like, you know, the wife wasn't giving him none, and the vice principal was basically throwing it at him, but he wouldn't take it. Like,
and good thing he didn't.
Look. Yeah, she's a bad guy, but like that don't mean they can't fuck. Like, I don't understand, you know, what one really has to do with the other.
It's morals. Find some.
It's not a moral issue though. It's just, you know. Why are you trying to judge where this man puts his penis? Like, that's his business.
Whatever.
Or like, you know, what this woman takes into her vagina. Like, that's her business.
No, that just sounds weird.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I know, but when you phrase it that way, it just sounds weird. What this woman takes in her vagina. That just sounds weird.
I mean, actually, if you really just sit and think about what sex actually is, it is weird. It's very weird. It's very weird that we do this and we enjoy it. Like, we do it for pleasure, but it's so fucking weird.
You know what I was thinking about today at work? I was helping these 2 customers, and they were Asian, and I'm pretty sure that they were a couple, like they were a married couple. And I was sitting here, but they were like youngish, and I was just like, do Asians have traditional sex like Americans do? Or
what the fuck, Mara? Go ahead.
Like,
Go
Because I'm
ahead.
sitting here thinking like they don't look like they have any children yet. So I'm just like, when they're like, do they plan for children? Do like do they have sex the same way as we do? Like it's all kinds of things that I think about.
I mean, but why wouldn't they?
I don't know. They seem so like conservative. So I always kind of just assumed that they didn't. Why is your shirt wet?
I don't know.
Speaking of children, mine has joined.
Yeah, clearly we hear her. Anyway, yeah. So Jeff and are they divorced or they just separate? I still don't really know what the deal is with that. But
I think they're divorced. It's been some time though, right? That they were.
that doesn't mean anything if it's been some time. It could just be illegal. It could just be a separation.
For that many years?
Yeah, divorces are expensive. May not be worth it.
I know. Divorces are long and expensive. I know. I'm living through it.
You in the middle of a divorce?
Well, not me personally. My parents.
Oh, well, that got kind of dark real quick. I didn't mean to do that, but
I'm sorry. It wasn't your intention.
That was completely unintentional.
Travis, this is a really hard time. It's a really hard thing for me to talk about.
Clearly, it's not because you brought it up very freely. You need to talk through this. You need to work this out on the podcast. We can do that. That's great content. What's going on?
That's cool. It's just dragging.
Okay.
But yeah. But you know, keep going. That's what I was thinking about at work today.
Oh man. Okay. We will leave that alone then.
No, we're not gonna go into the marital problems of my family.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could, because, you the one brought up the whole run out to get cigarettes thing. I'm like, you sound like you speaking from experience, but never mind.
Nah. I just think it's a funny thing that people joke about.
What was that one movie I saw? It was a Whoopi Goldberg movie. When she said her husband went to go get cigarettes and never came back. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a Whoopi Goldberg movie. I don't remember what it was. I'll probably remember by the end of this. Karina. Anyway,
Karina. I've never heard of that.
You've never seen Karina?
No.
Oh, yeah, you need to see that shit. Anyway, so yeah, apparently, what's the wifey's name?
Lynn?
Yeah. Apparently she's like trying to isolate Jennifer's metagene, and I guess Jennifer assumed that meant she was trying to like take it away and all that kind of shit. She's like, yo, I'm just trying to understand what the fuck going on with y'all. I'm not trying to shut the shit down.
But then at the same time, I'm also like, Jennifer was also the one who didn't want this to begin with, so.
Oh, I know she didn't want this. She said that several times over and over again, like we didn't hear her the first 17 times.
Right, like, what do you want? If there was even a chance that she could isolate it and take it out.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I get it, but I still get annoyed with her saying over and over again that, she didn't want this. Also, we got Jeff telling Jen that the boyfriend's back, and all like, yeah, don't go see him though. Like, something's up with him. He's all fucked up and shit. But of course, she goes to see him anyway because she's a teenager and therefore stupid.
Don't say because teenagers.
Yeah, she's a teenager and therefore stupid. So she goes to see him. Of course, he does that shitty thing that he's been doing the whole episode. What else? Tobias ends up sending him up to the school to fuck shit up, because why not?
Right, I was going to say, because why wouldn't he?
Yeah. So he got like, he's stronger now, and I guess, was he shooting people with green light? Is that what that was that he was hitting them with?
I think so.
Yeah, I assumed that too. But he had these things on his wrist, and he was like shooting out little like darts and shit.
Green light darts. Pew 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 pew.
Basically. So of course he does that up in the school. Black Lightning and Thunder show up. You know, to rescue everybody.
No one thought it was suspicious that the principal had disappeared.
It was all chaos up in the school. Nobody was thinking. What else happened? Well, Tobias shows up, whoops Black Lightning's ass, basically, trying to fight him hand to hand, knowing he's like all stronger than him and shit. Like, you got to keep your distance and zap his ass, bro. Like, but yeah.
Now, if Jefferson gets green light in his system again, would that negate out his powers?
I don't know what happened. Because for some reason, when he got hit with the shit, yeah, his powers just didn't work. So I was confused by that whole thing. I need explanations. I need answers. And they weren't giving them to me.
Well, Gamby should give them soon.
Let's hope so, because he tends to be the exposition. So, but yeah, boyfriend ended up taking down Jeff, and they think he's dead. But Jennifer brings him back because she shocks his heart and shit. You know, clear, you know, that kind of shit. Even though she didn't say clear first, which I thought was necessary in order to shock somebody back to life. I didn't think it worked if you didn't do it.
He charged his battery.
I mean, like, she didn't say clear, though. Like, I thought that was necessary for it to work.
No.
Wow.
Did you think that's how it worked in hospitals?
Yeah, man. I thought, like, you know, it was voice activated.
No.
Not voice activated?
No.
Saying clear doesn't make it work when you zap them?
No.
Then why do they say clear?
Just to know that it's the right time, but not so the shocker knows. It's so the people know.
How do you know that, though? Like, you working out? You a doctor? You use it?
I've seen enough Grey's Anatomy to know that's not how it works, Travis.
All you see is what's on TV. You don't see the real thing. You don't know.
Yeah, but they use real doctors and surgeons and such.
That don't mean shit.
It does.
No, it don't.
It does.
They use real soldiers in Marvel movies and shit. That don't mean we know how the Army secret ops work.
Or do we?
Probably not, but we might.
Just might.
Let's see. Yeah, he went down, blah, blah. So, they decide, you know, Gamby takes him out to this cabin to hide out and shit, so that's where they are. But, yeah. Lala gets taken in to see Tobias, and this weird shit's going on. I'm like, is Tobias controlling him? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Who knows? Like, that whole thing is weird.
Yeah, everything with him is weird. I don't understand it at all, but okay.
What can you do?
Not a damn thing. Anything else with Black Lightning?
No.
No. All right. Where you want to go now?
Let's do. Damn, I'm kind of torn in between Arrow and Legends.
Well, Legends was the season finale, so.
Yeah, I know. Let's do Legends.
Want to do Legends? Okay. This one is called The Good, the Bad, and the Cuddly.
So fucking ridiculous.
Well, you don't like Bebo?
I didn't say that.
Because I was watching this, and as they did the whole combined powers thing and made a giant Bebo, I was just like, how fitting. Like, I just want to point out that, like, once this show realized that the way they started it out trying to make it all serious and shit wasn't working, and they just decided to go, like, fully ridiculous and crazy and weird.
They were just like,
they hit their stride. Exactly. When they hit the fuck it point. Like, yeah, let's just be weird. Let's just do crazy, weird shit. because why the fuck not? The show got better.
Yeah.
So yeah, Malice is loose. Malice. There was a dispute in this show which one it was. Rip decides he's gonna sacrifice himself to save the legend so they can get away.
90% sure that's not going to be the last time we see Rip.
You don't think so, huh?
No.
I mean, they kind of announced that he left the show, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just made that up. Why are you listening to me?
because you normally know these things before I do, so.
I know.
Why would I think you would lie to me? Why would you lie to me?
Because it's funny.
It's horrible. You're going to take my blind faith in you and just take advantage of it.
That's what I do. Mostly for people's reactions because they're funny to me. They end up hiding in the Old West. Is it North Dakota or South Dakota? Somewhere in the Old West.
One of the Dakotas.
Yeah, in the Dakotas. Because I guess it's a temporal blind spot.
Which makes no damn sense to me. But
Me neither, but clearly he knew that's where they were going because it's a temporal blind spot. So he was just like, oh, well, I'm just go there because clearly they're hiding there because it's a temporal blind spot. So
they would go anywhere. I can't really find them. So
yeah, I don't see them. They must be in the one place where I can't see them. So I'm gonna go there. So yeah, we get Caesar and Blackbeard and Leif Erikson's sister. I forgot what her name is. They all show up. They're all being controlled by Malice. And they're like, yo, we gonna have a showdown at high noon tomorrow and shit.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Basically. They have this other plan, though. Ray is gonna take Dark back to where Malice fully took over Nora and try to stop it from happening, which they do. But he ends up taking Dark's body instead. So
I don't know why anyone didn't see that. Why they didn't predict that coming. Where did you think he was going to go after that?
Yo, who the fuck knows?
For Ray being a super genius billionaire, he really kind of dumb sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he's socially retarded. So it's just,
Travis, you can't just openly say the R word like that.
Okay, he's socially challenged.
Thank you.
Is that better? Okay.
We'll have people writing us hate mail.
Yeah, well, if they hate me, they can get in line. Let's see. So Maya talks to the ancestors, and they're like, yo, y'all got to use the totems, like, together, not separately, if y'all want to beat this motherfucker. So they're like, all right, we got...
like anyone could have told them that.
Logic could have told them that. Like, no shit. If you
they were forged together, why wouldn't they be used together?
I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of these times we watch this shit, like they live in a world that doesn't have movies. Like, it's just, how do you all not think to do that in the first place?
Well, I mean, they do, because Cisco is always referencing other movies and shows.
Exactly. So, like, they should know these things, but somehow they don't.
The only person who has an excuse really is Amaya.
Let me see.
Technically, she's like dirt old.
She's old as shit. She's like, from the 40s. And she was an adult in the 40s. So.
Right.
And then, like, in 92, she was, like, 1,000,000 years old. So, so we did a showdown with Romans and Vikings and pirates. Oh, my.
And bears.
Yeah. Let's see. So they do the whole thing with their powers combined. We mentioned this earlier. And they form a giant Bebo. Because,
Like, when they started forming whatever, like, at first, and then I forget who it was who opened their eyes first. He was like, I didn't really think this was going to happen. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck did they just imagine? I would have never thought it was going to be Bebo.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that either. We got a, Matt in the comments in the group was like, "Is anybody else hoping for Captain Planet?" Kind of secretly was hoping for Captain Planet.
That would have been awesome.
If they had somehow were able to do that, because
Legally, with no fines and shit.
exactly, they had the earth, fire, wind, and water totems, and instead of heart, they just had death, which would have been like, basically like the Don Cheadle Captain Planet. So,
Oh my god, I love that video.
Everybody's a tree.
I'm gonna watch that after this.
Yeah, I'll turn you into a fucking tree. Let's see. So yeah, they form Bebo, and of course they defeat Malice with the giant Bebo. Yeah.
I still can't even they were fighting this dude and Malice is talking like, I'm gonna beat you, and Bebo's like, Bebo want high.
Yeah.
This nigga defeated him. I was just like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Once they embrace the fact that they can just be fucking weird with it, the show got better. We did get to see some old friends. They brought back Helen of Troy. They brought back Jax.
Who has a daughter now.
Yeah, he's married with a kid now. Yeah. Which I think they purposely didn't show us because there's more to that story.
Yeah, but I feel like for the sake of not bringing Firestorm back, I guess they're not going to go into that.
They're not going to go into it yet. I think they will next season, though.
Why do you think we're going to get Firestorm back?
No, not necessarily, but I think that we're going to get some story as to what's going on with him, though.
Okay.
Let's see. Amaya goes back to where she came from, in the 40s in her home village. But she doesn't erase her memory, which is weird.
Because she wants to remember her great love.
I mean, that's all well and good, but, when you're getting held back by something else that somebody else that you love, you can't go forth and, fornicate under command of the king,
Well, I mean, she's going to have to. I mean, she knows what she needs to do.
So she'll still do her wifely duty.
I didn't want to put it that way, but sadly, yeah.
That's what you made it sound like.
She's going to do what she has to do to make sure that her grandchildren are still born. I was kind of hoping that they were just going to be like, yeah, Nate's going to stay with her, and then they'll just create the following children.
Those are not mixed babies.
Yeah, they don't have to be. They don't. You know what I mean? They could become mixed babies. If that helps her grandchildren still become grandchildren.
You can't fuck with that though.
Why?
Because then they'd be different. They'd be different kids.
Maybe not.
No, there's no maybe about it. They'd have completely different genes. They'd be different kids.
Yeah, I guess.
That's how genetics works.
Well, you and genetics. It's a comic book show, Travis. Anything literally could happen.
I'm just telling you that they would be different.
Damien Dark could literally come back in the first episode of the next season.
What you mean can? We know he will be back.
He's like a cockroach. He just won't stay dead.
Yeah, it's whatever. We're going to get Damien Dark again. He's not going anywhere.
Which makes me want to segue right now into Arrow, because I feel like we've just talked about everything.
No, we missed a big part of the end. We haven't talked about it yet. They in Aruba, and Constantine shows up. Y'all let Malice out, but you let out some other shit. Now we got other problems. Because y'all motherfuckers. Because that's what they do.
John joins them, on a more... Even though I know he's not meant to be part of a team, because...
They've said that already.
Yeah.
He's, going to be part of the show next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you making this up again?
I'm actually not making that one up. That they've actually announced.
I don't know if I can trust you now.
I mean, you probably can't trust me, but I'm telling you that it's actually a thing. By now, I would have told you that it's not a thing. I'd be, if I was making it up, I'd have said so by now. However, they have announced that already.
Cool.
Yeah. Anything else with Legends though?
No. So speaking of cockroaches that won't die, technically, segueing into Arrow.
Adrian Chase is dead, Mara.
Yeah, he's dead, but mentally he's still alive. In spirit, he's still with us.
No, he's with Oliver when he's high on vertigo. Like, that's different. That's completely different. Oliver was fucked up.
It's all up here.
Anyway, episode of Arrow was called Fundamentals.
I'm starting to think that when Oliver was dosed with vertigo, they sprayed vertigo from the TV into all of us. Because watching that shit made me feel like I was tripping. I was just like, what is happening in this episode?
Well, when I saw that he was seeing Adrian Chase like in the bunker with him and shit, I'm like, this isn't real. What the fuck is going on? Why is he tripping like this? And then found out he was on vertigo. I'm like, okay. That's why.
I was tripping because I was just like, yo, he just shot him and he's in pain. He's bleeding.
Yeah, because he's tripping. Because my thing is, we didn't technically, I guess we didn't see his body, but like, yo, we saw this man die. Like, we know he's dead.
Because I was just like, shot in the head. I was like, they've still brought people back in weirder ways. So.
Yeah, we knew he was dead. This is one of those things like, nah, he's gone. Let's see.
But it was quite entertaining to see him come back for, you know what's always weird? And I was thinking about it when he showed up. You ever know, like, when someone dies on a show or whatever, but they bring him back as a cameo, and you can see the distinct time that has passed, facially on them.
Yeah, you can see they've gotten older, but they're supposed to look like they did when they were first on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always find that quite funny.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, speaking of people coming back, we got some news about somebody coming back.
Should I say it? Can I say it?
You can say it. You seem very excited about it.
Roy is coming back as a regular.
Yeah, so he'll be on every episode. Arsenal is back, which would make sense because, Oliver doesn't have a team anymore, so he'll need some backup.
He needs his original team back.
Yeah,
up until Diggle, till they figure out their problems.
That's the thing. I don't think Diggle's coming back to the team. I think he's gonna permanently be with Argus. He'll just be an asset that they use, when they call Argus for help. Like, I don't think he's gonna be part of the team anymore.
I can already see John now when Oliver shows up at Argus, fully dressed in hood gear, and then John's just gonna be standing there with his arms folded like he normally does, just looking at him like, yeah, you need me. You need my help, bitch.
Here's the thing, though. Because John was like, yo, once you started becoming mayor and shit, you got spread too thin. Well, he's not the mayor anymore. So, does John be like, all right, well, cool, you're not the mayor no more. I can come back. Will that happen? I don't think so. But technically, the problem is solved. He's no longer the mayor.
Oh, so they did I miss that? How did I miss that? I was in here the entire time.
That was at the very end. They said it. Like, yo, we're impeaching your ass, bruh.
Oh, okay. That was when he was in... Okay, yeah. No, I did see that. Never mind.
That was when Quentin came in like, yo, look at the TV, nigga. And he...
Oh, okay, yeah. I couldn't hear the TV. That's why. Because I had 50 other people in my house yelling.
Tell them to get the fuck out.
I wish.
You can say it. That doesn't mean it's going to work, but you can still say it.
I live here for free. I can't say it.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. There's consequences to it, but you can say whatever you want. All right? That just, it's at that point, it's just a matter of commitment.
Thank you for my free speech.
Matter of, commitment and conviction. Like, how much do you really mean that shit? If you're scared to say it, I don't think you really mean it. Anyway. So, yeah, Oliver was tripping this whole episode. He, snapped off on William. Felicity was like, hey, bro, we need some space because you tripping. And, yeah.
He took it as, we're going to separate.
Well, that's the thing. It was weird because at the beginning, I'm like, yo, why is he acting like this? This is a weird, really crazy, weird shift. And I was getting ready to rip into this episode about how weird this was and how it didn't make any fucking sense for him to be acting like that. Like, oh, he's on Vertigo. That all makes sense now. Never mind. I take that back.
It all makes
Yeah.
sense.
But yeah, he started like, he was seeing him. He saw, he saw Laurel from before he got on that boat. Seeing
Laurel.
yeah, like the actual Laurel. But yeah, he was like, yo, I need to go ahead and get back to, my original mission, get back to basics when it was just me. And I don't know how that's going to work out, but okay.
Storm in there
Hmm?
to try and take down Diaz, knowing he could possibly die.
Well, he was on Vertigo.
Yeah, I know. But even after the fact that he knew he was on Vertigo, he was still trying to do all this irrational shit.
Yeah.
Like,
when he's on Vertigo, he's fucking crazy. Just because you know that you fucked up doesn't mean you stop doing crazy shit.
really? Because I feel like back in my smoking days, I feel like I would think about doing certain things, and then I would be like, "But Mara, you're high. Does this sound like a good idea?"
So you've never been fucked up and like this is probably a bad idea and do the shit anyway?
Yeah, I mean I have.
Okay then. Well, that's what happened. That's what happened.
He didn't stop to think about whether it was bad. He just kind of was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. Like,
No, I'm sure he had a moment where he was just like, I probably shouldn't do it because Adrian had to talk him into it.
Adrian's that bad angel on his shoulder.
He's a little devil over here and the angel over here, but yeah.
I'm picturing now Adrian in like his outfit, but it's red with a little tail and little horns, and then he has another one that's like all white, like this little halo hanging over him.
Yeah. But yeah, Gwen's the mayor now.
Well, that's not bad, but I mean, like, it's bad for his safety, but but for the city in general, that's not a bad choice.
No, it's not. I mean, he's a deputy mayor, so when the mayor's no longer the mayor, the deputy mayor is the mayor.
It's not like as if, like, in this country, like, if we impeach the president, like, we get an even worse president.
Yeah, I know.
Just like that, guys, we're gonna get censored.
About to get shut down. Just, I hope you're proud of yourself, Mara. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Well, just to add fuel to the fire, someone today on the street asked me if I wanted to help save his presidency, and I said, "Oh, hell to the fuck no!" and kept walking.
Oh man. So yeah, Oliver talks to William. William's like, "Yeah, I get it. I knew you were fucked up. Felicity told me. Blah blah blah."
Can we just talk about the moment when Felicity realized that Oliver was going to do something stupid, and then William just came out, and I was like, what does he have behind his back? And then he pulls out her sneakers. That part was so cute. Like,
yeah, that part got you, huh?
I feel like, honestly, they don't get enough, like, with everything that's going on plot-wise to this season, they don't really show enough time of all of the three of them together as a unit, or even just Felicity, taking on her role as a stepmother to William. You don't get to see that a lot. So it was really nice to see them have a moment, because William's like, I know what kind of work you mean. Here. Go save our city. Mm-hmm. Stepmom. It's too early to call her mom.
Yeah, he still calls her Felicity. His mom just died. Like,
exactly. How long has it been since Leanne you now at this point?
Some months.
Because how many months was it, when the season first started? It had been like about a few months, right?
Yeah, they did like the legitimate time that it was between the finale and the premiere. So like 4 months or 5 months, whatever that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, and Diaz was like, yo, this is just the first step in the plan, yada, yada, yada. Laura was like, oh, well, shit. All right, then. And that was the end.
It wasn't even my final form.
Yeah, basically. I appreciate that DBZ reference.
You're welcome. Pretty much the only thing I could probably reference for you.
It's a damn shame. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
was there anything else from Arrow that you wanted to make sure we touched on?
Nope.
All right.
It was my favorite of the week, though.
Then it's time to ask you that question. Who's winning?
Diaz. Hands down, it is Diaz.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Who's losing, though?
Malice. No. Should have said Bebo was winning. Did we say who's winning or losing?
You already said Diaz was winning.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm asking you who's losing.
Oliver.
You sure you don't smoke no more?
I don't.
You said Oliver's losing?
Yeah. I would say Oliver.
Well, I agree with you on the winning part, but I'll say Malice is losing because he's actually dead.
Or you could even go as far to say Damien is losing this week.
Damien.
Dark.
Well, I mean, I guess, but
I mean, his whole body was taken over by like a time demon.
I mean, yeah, but he died before. He alright.
He'll be back.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd appreciate that. But also, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Creation Magazine. Also, hit us up on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/Creation Magazine.
Comment at us. We will respond to your post.
Yeah, man.
I know I do.
Also, hit us up on the Facebook group for this podcast. What's the Facebook group, Mar?
www.facebook.com/groups/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. And do it while Facebook is still being funded and still up and running.
It's not going anywhere.
We know.
It's essential to life now. It's not going anywhere. I will say, though, listening to that whole thing and listening to Zuckerberg explain to them how the internet works is really, like, was the funniest shit. If it wasn't so scary, it would be a lot funnier. But,
or the amount of times he said senator.
Yeah. But, yeah. Also, you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at SIR_CUSSALOTT. What else? There's also Smacking It Raw if you're a wrestling fan. So check that podcast out with me, Matt Ritter, Eric Seeker. Great show. We just finished the WrestleMania show. We're also going live after every pay-per-view now. So, yeah. Mara, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mara the Shark. That's MARADASHARK.
Okay. That's going to be it for this week. We'll see you all next time. Until then, we out.
Bye.